So she would say that she was 18, so they could get married. And the reason they got married,
and he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all of those records together. They both fucked Aaliyah. They shared so much in common.
He got 20 years in prison today. He will serve all but one of those years simultaneously with a 30-year sentence for racketeering and sex trafficking. The judge ordered Kelly to serve 1 year in prison following the racketeering sentence.
Rap mogul Diddy is in serious hot waters once again after R. Kelly exposes his shady business. That's right, R. Kelly feels betrayed by his long-term music partners Diddy and Jay-Z, and now he is exposing them to the feds so he can save himself. This year has not gone well for Diddy. From his Miami and LA mansions being raided to his video of disgusting behavior with Cassie Ventura being exposed, he is at the lowest of the low now. All of the celebrities have unfollowed him and separated themselves from him, and now amidst all this chaos in his life, R. Kelly is simply adding to the long list of his wrongdoings by coming clean about Diddy's crimes that they committed together. The source reports, speaking on the raids of Diddy's homes, Kelly provides a warning to those making jokes. They could be next. The well-known and iconic duo, Diddy and Jay-Z, have been ruling the world of hip-hop for decades now. They are seen in each other's parties and concerts. But lately, it seems like there is some trouble between them thanks to R. Kelly finally speaking up and exposing both of them. The controversy surrounding Diddy made R. Kelly finally speak up about what he had been holding back for so long. He's breaking his silence from behind bars. The news that Diddy and Jay-Z are no longer buddies has hit fans like a ton of bricks. On one side, we have their personal beef, and on the other side, we have R. Kelly stirring the pit and making headlines for all the wrong reasons. He is making some jaw-dropping claims against Diddy and Jay-Z. R. Kelly has been convicted of a very long list of crimes against black girls, many of which are even underage. But even then, he thinks his conviction is due to Jay-Z allegedly setting him up. You heard right, R. Kelly thinks Jay-Z had a role in his incarceration. He believes there were some shady things going on during his trial, and there was juror misconduct. Sources report R. Kelly's attorney on Monday, March 18, urged a federal appeals court to overturn the singer's sexual abuse convictions, warning that the case against Kelly stretched federal racketeering laws to the point of absurdity and could potentially turn college fraternities into illegal conspiracies. R. Kelly's former cellmate Ronnie Bo spilled some tea to Hip Hop News Uncensored, claiming that R. Kelly claimed that he didn't have solid proof, but he was convinced that his former rap buddy Jay-Z put a hit on him. Bo said, he felt like Jay-Z was kind of secure because, at the time, R. Kelly was technically bigger than him. He felt like during one of the shows when they was in Madison Square Garden in 2004, prior to that event, he said days before the event that he was getting death threats that he felt was coming from Jay-Z. He continued, like Jay-Z was trying to basically, I don't know if this is going to sound outrageous, but he felt like Jay-Z was trying to get him killed for whatever reason.
You know, after that, he ended up suing Jay-Z for $70 million. So they was having conflict. And, you know, Dream Hampton is the executive producer of Surviving R. Kelly. You know, that's her project. And that's Jay-Z ex-girlfriend. And, you know, he funded mostly all of her projects, if not all. So R. Kelly felt like Jay-Z, you know, not that it was his idea, but he felt like Jay-Z funded that and basically funded his downfall.
Kelly and Jay-Z have had multiple collaborations in the early 2000s for 2 albums, The Best of Both Worlds and Unfinished Business. The drama became serious at Madison Square Garden when Kelly left the stage claiming that some unknown men were pointing guns at him. Moreover, on his way back, he got pepper sprayed by Jay-Z's friend Tyron Ty Smith. I can't perform under these conditions, said Kelly before heading backstage around 9:30 p.m. Eventually, their partnership got worse until it broke off. Kelly sued Jay-Z with a $75 million lawsuit for breach of contract, and things became sour for them. According to Bo, R. Kelly believed that Jay-Z felt insecure because Kelly was a bigger and more popular artist at that time. R. Kelly even got anonymous death threats before the Madison Square Garden show in 2004, and he thinks that they came from Jay-Z indirectly. R. Kelly has been slapped with a 30-year prison sentence for exploiting his fame to essay young fans, including those who were barely legal at the time. One of the most disturbing aspects of this whole story is Kelly's infamous marriage to Aaliyah, who was only 15 at that time while Kelly was 27, which is very messed up. R. Kelly had a sexual relationship with the underage artist, and when he feared she got pregnant, he rushed to marry her in 1994 by making false documents claiming she was 18. The marriage was done using a fake ID.
He told me that they were married, that she was pregnant, that they did doctor up the marriage certificate so she would say that she was 18 so they could get married. And the reason they got married was because they felt like if he was married to her and if he said he thought that she was 18, that he wouldn't be charged if someone found out she was pregnant until they were able to get the abortion.
While Jay-Z is living his lavish and comfortable life with Beyonce and Blue Ivy, R. Kelly is drowning in financial problems from having to pay for all his court cases. Disgraced musician R. Kelly and Universal Music Group must pay more than $500,000 in music royalties to his sexual abuse victims, a New York judge ruled. Judge Ann Donnelly of the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of New York signed an order Wednesday stating that the music corporation must turn over funds satisfying Kelly's debt of $507,234.05. As of June 1st, 2023, the balance was $542,189 and still growing. R. Kelly has a long list of allegations against him. It reached the point that many girls broke NDAs and came forward to talk about their disturbing experience with Kelly. It resulted in the 6-hour-long documentary titled Surviving R. Kelly. 2 weeks later, Hollywood dropped him. His record label removed his contract and the celebrities broke off any association with him. Now there was no escaping the law. On June 20th, he found out he was going to spend 30 years in prison. It is clearly not enough for what he has done. Kelly is now pointing fingers and making some jaw-dropping claims, and it all leads to Diddy and Jay-Z. So here is how Jay-Z comes in. Sources tell us that Jay-Z was also attracted to Aaliyah and wanted to date her.
And then, I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. And then it got brought up, and I was, but it never worked out for them, and we were both trying to get at her. I kind of eased up, but then we ran into each other. It's a long story.
So you and Jay was both getting at Aaliyah. Obviously,
everybody was getting at Aaliyah, bro.
Right.
She would she'll go to dinner with a nigga, but she wasn't going to just be smashing.
This is not the first time Jay-Z has been attracted to an underage artist, as before this, he also had a relationship with Foxy Brown, who was allegedly 14 at the time while he was 24. Later, when it became gossip of the town, he refuted those claims in his song Picasso Baby. Jay opens his third verse by refuting the rumors about him having sexual relations with Foxy Brown. I never stuck my CK in the Fox's box, but damned if I ain't opened Pandora's box. In 2001, Aaliyah's life came to a tragic end when her plane crashed. It is said that the pilot was drunk and under influence. The plane was overloaded by 700 lb and the pilot had cocaine and alcohol in his system. Here is the most shady part. When R. Kelly dated her, he expected to keep her age a secret, but she became famous and quickly rose to popularity, which meant that every aspect of her life was now being looked at with a microscope, and it was any moment now that fans connected the dots and realized that R. Kelly had married her when she was underage. On top of that, Jay-Z had a blooming romance with Beyonce at the time, but Beyonce was not as popular back then. Her albums were not doing well because all the eyes were on Aaliyah. Aaliyah even got better ratings than superstar Britney Spears back then.
They were having a hard time taking her solo, and then Aaliyah died. And then they brought Rich Harrison in, and your love got me thinking so crazy right now. She liked posing with him in pictures for Page Six. Aaliyah didn't. She fell in love with Dame.
So when Aaliyah died, it was beneficial not just to R. Kelly, but also to Jay-Z, which is why many people speculate that they were the ones behind her death. Fast forward to 2019, federal prosecutors nailed Kelly for scheming to get a fake ID for an unnamed girl just a day before his secret wedding to Aaliyah. The indictment accused him of bribing for a fraudulent identification document for Jane Doe on August 30th, 1994. Now, after everything going on with Diddy, R. Kelly wants to make a legal comeback, and he has heavy artillery. He has hired Bill Cosby's lawyer to help him win his case against the jurors, who he believed misjudged his trial verdict. He is also willing to cooperate with the authorities to give them all the nasty evidence about Diddy and Jay and bring them down. It is obvious that before their partnership broke, Jay-Z and R. Kelly were aware of each other's shady business. This is why they kept things tight between each other. When the R. Kelly scandal blew up, most of the celebrities distanced themselves from him, but not Jay-Z. Jay-Z refused to speak against him both publicly and privately. This led to wild fan speculations that perhaps Jay-Z has also committed similar crimes to R. Kelly. Reports suggest Kelly and his team are collaborating with federal authorities, hoping to reduce his sentence by providing dirt on other celebrities, and he is exposing Diddy and Jay-Z further. Do you think Jay-Z will also go down with Diddy? Let us know in the comments.